Hey everyone, it's Apple here to make mathematics easier. Today let's talk about identity and equality properties. It's not really as bad as it sounds. You just have to kind of practice it a little bit more. Now let's start with identity. An identity is an expression that results in the number itself, like 7 plus 0 equals 7, or 7 times 1 equals 7. The first identity we will look at is the additive identity. It states that when you add 0 to anything, the resulting number will not change. If you have 2 trees in your backyard and you don't grow anymore, there will still be 2 trees in your backyard next year. You can write it as x plus 0 equals x, or in the case of trees in your backyard, it's 2 plus 0 equals 2. Next is the multiplicative identity. It states that any number when multiplied by 1 gives the number itself. It can be written as x plus 1 equals x. Now we're going to talk about the multiplicative property of 0, which states that 0 when multiplied by any number still gives 0, like x times 0 equals 0. But if you are given something like x plus 1 in brackets times y minus 2 in brackets equals 0, you can assume that one of those brackets or both is equal to 0. But you can only assume one of them is equal to 0. You don't know if both of them are. So either x plus 1 equals to 0 or y minus 2 equals to 0, or maybe both. When you multiply two numbers together to get 1, they are called multiplicative inverses or reciprocals, like 7 over 8 and 8 over 7. Multiplying top by the top and bottom by the bottom, we can simplify this to 1. Here, 8 over 7 is the reciprocal of 7 over 8, and 7 over 8 is also the reciprocal of 8 over 7. A simple way to do this is just flip the fraction to find the reciprocal. As you can see, 8 over 7 is just 7 over 8 flipped. Now we have to talk about properties of equality. The first property is simple but important in math. It states that any value is equal to itself. For example, x equals x. The second property states that equality is symmetric. If A equals B, then B equals A too. The third property is the transitive property. It states that if two quantities are equal to a third one, then they are also equal to each other. For example, if A equals B and C equals B, A and C are both equal to B, so A and C are also equal to each other. The last property is substitution. It states that a quantity may be substituted for its equal in any equation. Here is a simple way to see it. B equals A, and you are given the equation A plus B equals 4. You want to find B. Then since A equals B, you can just substitute A with B to get B plus B equals 4. Now, B plus B is just 2 B's. So you can write B plus B equals 2B. And again, just replace B plus B with 2B in the equation to get 2B equals 4. And now divide both sides by 2 to get B equals 2. That's all for today. Now it's question time. Pause the video after the question is read out. After you're done answering, play the video again to see me answer the question. You can keep a book or a piece of paper to work out or write down the answers. For the first one, find out which properties are used in these equations. 2 times 0 equals 0. 5 plus 0 equals 5. If x equals y and y equals z, then x equals z. The first equation shows the multiplicative property of 0, as the multiplication by 0 results in 0. The second shows the additive identity, as the addition of 0 results in the number itself. The third displays transitive property, as two quantities, x and z, are equal to a common third quantity, y. So the x and z are also equal to each other. The next question is the same, but this time you have to write down what you can assume from what I can give you. 6 times x minus 1 in brackets equals 0. 4 plus y plus 2 in brackets equals 4. 7 minus z in brackets times 3 minus a in brackets equals 0. The first equation is about the multiplicative property, because multiplying a value to another gives 0. We know the first value is 6. For the answer to be 0, the second value, which is x minus 1, has to be 0. The second question is about additive identity, since adding a value to another gives the original value. The original value is 4. So like the last question, the remaining value does have to be 0. Therefore, you get y plus 2 equals 0. The last one uses the multiplicative property of 0 and the zero product property. Since we don't know the value of both multiplied quantities, we can assume one or the other has to be 0 in order to give us 0 as the answer. We don't know which, but one of the brackets gives 0 as the answer, though it could be both. So either 7 minus z equals to 0, or 3 minus a equals to 0, or maybe both. We are done for today. A practice worksheet link is given below. Print the worksheet and answer the questions. If you have any doubts or problems that you would like me to solve, leave them in the comment section. See you later and keep up the good work.